Alright people, doing a quick just team recap because I didn't get to show my side of this battle. Unfortunately, for some reason my capture card corrupted the save file for the battle that I tried to record for week 6. I even recorded a test thing and it seemed to work out okay, but the actual battle didn't. So, thankfully, AceTrainerRyan, be sure to check them out. I'll leave their channel in the description below. They sent me over their file of their side of the battle, so I'm just going to try to put my audio that I recorded, at least I hope that recorded too, I don't know, I might have to do a post-com for this too, but hopefully all that recorded okay, and then I'll just upload everything together. So just real quick, going on to the team, Hallelujah. Pretty much it's like the same. I really need to just spend more time team building because it's basically the same. I did this to be able to, I think this just might be the standard choice band set, but to make sure I outsped Iron Hands, Noivern, we got Boom Burst, Drake Meteor Flamethrower because there are Tera Grass on the Volk. And then we got, I put Assault Vest on this and I figured we can try Stealth Rocks on Bisharp this time. Took off Bramble Gas because I just figured I wouldn't be able to do much versus their team. And ideally, I was hoping to sweep with Hallelujah, just SD up Acrobatics, Rock Slide for Volcarona. Unless they're like really bulky, it should kill. So yeah, that's the team, and then we'll see you guys in the battle. Alright, yeah, it looks like my microphone once again did that thing where it wasn't plugged in all the way. It was plugged out just a little sliver, man. I hate this thing. So just not a great, just a very unlucky battle, but hey, post comment, we're here. So we're just going to get to see Ryan's side, and then I'll just try to say what was going through my mind on the other side. Because otherwise, you're just going to hear me very distant in the background. It's not going to be good at all. So, got my nice, powerful Shiny Greninja. They got a nice, powerful Axew on their side, looking nice. So, let's see what happens. So, I got the nice, fresh DLC outfit going on. Lead off with Noivern, and they actually led off with the freaking Iron Bundle. I was like, man, I could have just led off with my Bisharp, my Violet Bisharp, and been able to, oh, I guess this is cool, we'll get to see their moves, huh, see what they're working with over there. I was gonna lead off with Bisharp and go for Stealth Rocks, but I was like, oh, they're gonna lead off with, yeah, because I don't think Hydro Pump could have killed. I mean, maybe it could have with Specs, it could have probably gotten close, but I think I calced and I don't think it could. But who knows, maybe I wasn't calculating with Specs, I don't know. So I'm like, well, I don't want to risk, obviously, getting killed. They're just gonna, they could flip turn, they could go for a nice move, I don't want to risk it. So I got on a Bisharp, the man, the myth, the legend themselves. Because I figured they could just lead off with their Iron Shreds, and then Earthquake me if I tried to lead off with it, so that's why I didn't. Seems like they were tempted to go on the Volcarona now. Now, really, I made the fatal mistake. Well, I guess I'll talk about the fatal mistake later, but I forgot they brought Dash Bun to this battle as well. It's crazy. So they were Life Orb Gengar. Yeah, I think I saw that at some point. So it seems like they're tempted to bring out, they really want to go out into that thing in Quiver Dance, but yeah. They go into Iron Shreds, which is what I had feared in the first place. So obviously I don't want to get Earthquaked here, and like, man, I just don't really have a lot of good switch-ins. That's the thing. My team is very offensive. It's not about all the switching in, but I do have a great Tusk, and I can have Healing Wish it. Like in the first week, I believe I was able to Healing Wish it back up from near death, and that was pretty awesome. So that's probably what I'm going to do now. I don't want to risk an EQ. And I was kind of afraid because I didn't see Booster Energy. I thought maybe it's Choice Band or something, but it's not. That's just how strong this thing is because I'm max HP and I took a pretty good chunk, I thought. It seemed like it did more than it should, but maybe that's just I'm underestimating Iron Shreds. It's not like I'm max defense, I'm just max HP, so that's respectable. So EQ Ice Spinner, the Rock Slide, no Iron Head. Interesting strategy. I guess they probably want Rock Slide in case they get the +1 and then they can Rock Slide my Noivern, so that makes sense. Well, no, they have Ice Spinner for it. I guess maybe in case I brought Talonflame. I haven't brought Talonflame once. Maybe I did bring Talonflame and I just didn't use it. I don't remember bringing Talonflame. I'll be honest, folks. Don't remember. So lots of switching in and out here. Yeah, I think I just go for a knockoff here. In case they go on to anything else, then I can just get rid of their item. So I'm going to go for a nice powerful knockoff. Get rid of that Rick Ghastly's Life Orb. Yeah, that's how I knew it was Life Orb, because I knocked it off. So that was their weakest link on their team. They're just going to sack it off so that that way they can safely bring in Santa Claus. Now I calc this thing afterwards. I think Choice Specs did like, I feel like this was a high roll because it was like 60 to 70%. But maybe that's just me. I don't know if I calced right. Maybe they're modest. I don't know. That's what it could be too. That might be modest. But no. But then I don't know. Does modest outspeed Noivern? Maybe it does. That might be it. Either way, I'm gonna try to. I really put myself at a disadvantage here. I Tera normal to try to take this thing on, thinking I could live a hit and then just outspeed it. When really, well, I don't know what would be the best play, but I don't want to risk a Hydro Pump on a Bisharp because I need its HP. I guess I could have just not Tera normal. Maybe I could have risked Azumarill. Maybe that would have been the best play going into Azu. I'm going to go into Azumarill now because I know that based off their damage, they're certainly specs because they killed me, even though I am Assault Vest and I'm not. At that point, I was neutral to water. Like max HP Assault Vest, I was expecting to live that. Either way, gonna go on to Azu here now. And I'm like, okay. Obviously, they could go out into the Iron Hands. Also, they can go out into Volcarona. I really don't want to go for a play rough. And I'm honestly looking at it, I mean, Liquidation hits everything except for Santa Claus, which they clearly aren't staying in with. So in my mind, Liquidation was the best play. Because if they go Volk, I can't go for play rough. And all that. They were about to go Iron Treads, yeah, because I know that they're going to go on Iron Hands here. So they're probably like, yeah, they're not going to go for play rough. They're going to go for Liquidation. I'm going to try to live this thing, which this was probably the best play on their part. However, I am a choice banded set, so we're going to do a heck of a lot here. So do a heck of a lot. Yeah, honestly, if I was Belly Drum, and if I was to like Tera normal this thing and not be weak to the Giga Drain, probably could have done a heck of a lot to their team. Of course, then it would have just made me weak or not resist the. I don't know, something's going on in my throat. I wouldn't have resisted Bundle, but that's easily going to be a 2KO versus Iron Hand, so we're going to take this thing out. So I'm sitting pretty. I'm like, okay, well. The fatal flaw in this, though, is that, I mean, while I do take out the Iron Hands, I have left myself vulnerable. I know they're about to Tera Grass here. And at this point, I know that my best option, I know they're going to Tera Grass and Quiver Dance. So I'm going to try to go straight out into Noivern. Because I'm like, well, I'm hoping that they have Fiery Dance, Bug Buzz, and Giga Drain, because if that's the case, then I just resist all of their moves with Noivern, and I can whittle them down. I can whittle them down enough to then be in range of Sucker Punch, and then risk 50-50s, Sucker Punch 8 times if I have to, you know what I mean? Sometimes that's just what you gotta do. Versus a Volcarona. I've seen a lot of tweets on Twitter complaining about Volcarona in this meta. And I was warning people, man. I was thinking about doing this whole video where I was going to be like a lawyer and like play like 3 different characters, play like a judge and like a lawyer and a prosecutor defending. And this was before Scarlet and Violet were even released. Like just the prospect of terrestrialization and like, oh, well, you have like the power that Volcarona can do. It can go Tera Ground or Tera Grass, and same thing with Heatran. That basically it's stronger than Hidden Power because it's ideally replacing Hidden Power, because now you can use HP Ground Volcarona for Heatran, but now it's going to be stronger than Hidden Power ever was because you get Stab on top of an 80 base power move. So they're +1 at this point, and I'm like, okay, I have to try to go for Flamethrower. Obviously I know they're going to be +1 Spit Def, but I have to try. So they're going to Quiver up again. So now they're actually +2. I didn't think about that. I am Choice Specs, but you know. I have to try to do as much damage to them as I can. So do a pretty good chunk. I'm not sure, it might be in range of Sucker. I think I might have to get a higher roll on Sucker. It depends on if they're bulky or not, which I don't think that they are. I mean, well, maybe they are. I don't know. 165, I don't feel like doing the Cox right now. The battle already happened, I'm not going to worry about hypotheticals. So at this point, yeah, they might be second guessing if they should. Were they really going to go for broke? Because if they went for broke, I think they would have been a choke. I think they really had to try to kill me here. Because if they went for another one, I just go out into Bisharp and they're immediately within range. Because right now it's a roll. They get a crit. I'm honestly not sure if that mattered. I guess I can calc it on my phone. But I honestly don't think that crit mattered. Maybe it did. Damage calc. I guess it all depends on if they're max attack or not. So if we go to Noivern Choice Specs versus Volcarona, let's just assume for the sake of the argument that they were bulky and they weren't necessarily max special attack, and let's go +2 on this thing. So yeah, I made the choke here. I really psyched myself out. I should have just gone Bisharp and then tried to sweep with Hawlucha after, but this is what happens. I get scared and I choke. I should have at least tried to do the 50-50s even if it didn't kill, because no matter what, if I had to run Jolly max speed, which is what I should have done versus this dang Volcarona, because I knew if it ever got to +2 then it could be a threat. But I was like, oh, I just won't let it get to +2, but we saw how that went. So just really me psyching myself out, and in the battle I'm like, okay, I know I've already lost here, but I have to at least try. I made my bed, I have to lie in it. As soon as I clicked Indeedee, I was like, oh no, this like seals my fate. I should have tried to go into Bisharp first. You know, it's like trying to, in the episode of The Bad Batch, it's like deactivating the mind, thinking it worked and not backing away. So yeah, obviously they're gonna outspeed me here because I'm not Jolly. I'm only 132 speed, so let me see, Psychic. I still have to calc this thing. So what are we looking at? Wow, 64 to 75. That's if they're just 0. Let's see if they went 252 though. 77 to 91. Okay, so it was. Okay. Yeah, because then it definitely would have mattered, and it definitely would have put them in range. But like I said, it's Pokemon, so at +2, 24 to 29, so 2 of them would have put them in range. That makes me think that they're not that bulky then. They might not have that much HP. Because it seems like the Flamethrower did more at +2. Of course, I mean, I'm Conking level 100 as well as level 50. So give them the benefit of that too. Yeah, so obviously the battle's already over, folks. It's okay though. It's all just for fun. GG's to Trainer-Ryan. Thank you again for lending me the battle footage. And yeah, this happened once before in a draft league, so I hope they're okay with it. You still get my commentary, so that'll be GG's. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out Trainer-Ryan's channel and subscribe to both, and then we'll see you guys in the next Wi-Fi battle.